Those long waits at the DMV may soon be a thing of the past for customers who need to renew a driver's license or pay for license tabs. The state is rolling out new technology that could help you save more time than ever before.
Now serving C211 at counter number 9.
The wait time wasn't terrible at the Hennepin County Service Center in Maple Grove on Tuesday morning.
During the pandemic was a tough time. There were a lot of constraints that we had to conform to, and coming out of that, we're trying to make adjustments. Obviously, we haven't perfected anything yet, but there are certain things that we've done as of recent to hopefully make it a little bit easier.
How can we help you today?
Appointments are a good idea.
All right. Do you have appointments scheduled with us?
No.
Did you fill out any kind of application online?
No.
All right. I'll show you what to fill out on these.
We do have walk-in services. Doesn't mean that you're always guaranteed service if you come in towards the end of the day, but if you have an appointment, you are guaranteed that time slot, and we try to call you up to the counter as soon as we can.
Or you can chat with someone on the phone or a chatbot ahead of time, and soon self-service kiosks are happening.
When they come out to begin with, they're going to start with very basic transactions.
The state has approved the vendor and now has to figure out where to put the kiosks.
Tab renewal, registration, plates, things like that, the basic transactions, like you're saying, those will be handled at these kiosks. And from what I see, it can do a fairly good job at that.
To maybe mean fewer people in front of you at the service center.
Now serving B111 at counter number 5.
No matter what you may need.
So I would think like 2 to 3 weeks right now. So you'll definitely get it before you take off the Spain.
Input of the information up front does prolong the transaction a little bit on the front end, but on the back end, it goes a lot faster. People get their driver's license in the mail quicker. They get their tabs in the mail quicker, titles in the mail quicker.
Leaders in Anoka County have already announced plans to place the self-service kiosks inside certain Cub Foods locations. After years of unsightly green water, residents who live near Meadow Lake in New Hope say they're seeing significant improvements. The lake had been overrun with fathead minnows that stirred up sediment from the bottom. The city partnered with the Shingle Creek Watershed Commission to address the problem. A winter drawdown of the lake appears to have eliminated the invasive fish. Chemical treatments were also applied to treat thick green algae and invasive aquatic plants. So far, it's working.
It's definitely an improvement from years past, at least just from a visual determination.
Water quality specialists are monitoring the lake to see how the treatments work before deciding to do anything else. A local entrepreneur is trying to make a name for herself in the world of ready-to-drink cocktails. Delane Cleveland introduces us to the woman who risked her savings to fulfill her dreams.
And I'm a huge supporter of local as much as I possibly can.
Step inside Princeton's Liquors in Maple Grove and you'll be bombarded with options.
We're in a liquor store and you see there's a lot of choice. That goes without saying.
Some of the labels you could call filthy, others borderline inappropriate, but there's only one that's jaded AF.
Jaded AF is pretty selective AF.
Alexa Fitzpatrick is the Twin Cities-based founder and CEO of Jaded AF. It's a line of ready-to-serve gin-based martinis that come in 3 flavors: lemon drop, lavender, and cucumber.
And even just the shape of the bottle, it reminds me of a martini glass. Welcome to the launch of Jaded AF.
The product launched 2 months ago, but getting to this point has been a surreal 2-year journey for Fitzpatrick.
My career was in healthcare, and I was steering my team through the pandemic, and we did so relatively successfully considering the context. And then in October of 2020, I had a stroke, actually a series of strokes.
Thankfully, she made a full recovery. But during her time away from work, she decided to change careers and enter the world of libations.
It was a risk, and what made it even riskier is this is 100% mine, so I funded 100%. I ended up liquidating my entire 401k.
Which is how it got to the shelves here at Princeton's.
We're a local company. Local is kind of how I'm driven.
Store manager Bill Princeton puts an emphasis on helping Minnesota-based products.
Anytime I can support anyone, whether it's hyper-local or just local, that's a big thing to me. Always has been.
As for Alexa,
so for lavender, it's a sexy, subtle, and incredibly chic.
The hope is to one day have Jaded AF martinis in stores and venues all across the state. And while there's certainly a lot of competition, she's confident the product speaks for itself.
from all the feedback that I've received, we definitely hit our targets.
In Maple Grove, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
In case you're wondering about the name of the product, Jade is Alexa's middle name, and that AF stands for Alexa Fitzpatrick. Maple Grove Brewery is growing. Omni Brewing Company has submitted plans to the city to expand operations into an adjacent building. The brewery also submitted plans to expand its parking lot and patio. According to city documents, the Maple Grove Planning Commission will take up those plans at its next meeting. Pickleball fans in Maple Grove will soon have another place to play. Work is underway at Lakeview Knolls Park. This development will have 18 courts, the first of its kind in that area of the city. Maple Grove Parks officials are seeing a high demand for pickleball and heavy traffic at their existing courts.
Really looking to expand and build a site that could facilitate and house more players, but also the potential for leagues and tournaments and some recreation programming.
Right now, crews are demolishing the softball field and 6 existing courts along 93rd Street. Construction is expected to go quickly. The courts should be ready by October.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.